Hello and welcome everybody to the latest edition of the Jam and Cheese Show. Cheese, you've been on a little bit of a break, but welcome back.
Maternity leave, yep. No, it's been good. I spent some time with the family. I got to catch up with a few mates when I went to Brisbane, the Bromwichers in particular, and yeah, that's about it.
But you're not going to go any deeper than that?
Nothing special. No, I watched the three-peat, the three losses that the Kiwis took, so that wasn't good. The All Blacks was worse because I don't really like rugby. I kind of hate rugby, and I woke up at 5 a.m. to watch them lose. And to be fair, they played pretty good with a man down for 60 minutes, so I'm pretty proud of them. But and then the Kiwis losing hurt. So
yeah, there's a chance of redemption this week, though, right?
Yeah, well, as far as I thought about the game, like I thought we played pretty well, and it didn't help. We had a few injuries or HIAs. I thought we played well until that last kind of 20 minutes where we let 2 tries in. That kind of made the score seem like the game reflected differently to what I kind of watched. What
about your Roosters teammate getting a double?
Yeah. He's got this uncanny knack of just being in the right spot at the right time. It's
not by chance, though.
Yeah, well, obviously hard work.
Yeah, well, he
does it at training as well.
He puts himself in the right position.
Yeah,
to be in the right position at the right time. If that makes sense. I think he's one of those players that just in case.
Yeah,
I go just in case, and then bang.
And that was like his first touch, pretty much.
Yeah. I like Lindsay Collins. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's just ugly as, that's all.
You can tell. But yeah, we're back. November 1. Free agent. I've got a mustache going on. What about producer Charlie?
Oh, it is November 1. I thought it was the 31st.
Sorry, I hate that about Australia. November 1. It's the 1st of November. Not November 1. We're not America. It's the 1st of November.
So is that what they say there? Do they say November 1?
Yeah.
And do they say November 2?
Yeah.
November 3? When do they stop saying that?
When it becomes December.
It's never the 14th or...
November 14. That's what they say over here.
Yeah, but would they just say November 14?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Well, we say in England November the 14th. But yes, free agency. So you are technically a free agent. I've got a tash, but apparently I've been doing it all wrong. Apparently you're supposed to
you're kind of cheating. You're meant to go in with a clean face like mine. That's why I've done it. And then you just grow the mo from there and see how you go in 30 days.
Ah, right. Okay. I didn't realise there was all these rules and regulations.
Yeah.
And
well, you can do what you want.
I know I can.
It's just frowned upon.
Yeah. See,
looked down at, really.
I think what I'm a bit hesitant. I don't really like this clean shaven look. Lo and behold, I walk in, and Charlie's like, "Oh, you've got a mustache."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "I thought you were clean shaven."
Well,
I'm like, mate, we've known each other for like a good 3 or 4 years, and he doesn't even know I've got a fair bit of beard.
I wouldn't say it's a beard. I'd say it's stubble.
No, it's like. When I clip it
it's like a 4 a.m. shadow.
No, I clip it at like a 4, and then it grows. So
I shaved this yesterday, and it's already coming.
I shaved this on Monday.
I had to shave it. I had to shave it because I took my niece and nephew's trick or treating last night, and the face paint wouldn't stick to my beard, so I had to get rid of it.
I think the worst type of tash is like the year 10, year 11 tash. Don't really want that.
Just a little frills.
Just like little meow.
Your one's looking real Freddie Mercury vibes at the moment.
Okay, I'll take that. I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but I'm going to take it as a compliment.
It's exactly shaped like Freddie Mercury.
You don't.
I reckon you had a picture of Freddie next to
you don't want the year 10, year 11 first bloke to have a tash. There was actually a lad in our school, first bloke to have a tash. He was called Dash. Like that, he got nicknamed Dash from, I don't know, like Tash Dash, don't know. Just one of those things. It just stuck. I can't actually remember what his real name is.
Oh, really?
I only referred to him from like year 9 as Dash.
I
Maybe
wouldn't
even
know
year
if
8.
this is an urban myth, but I wanted a Tash bad when I was in high school, like grade 9, grade 10. And I was still living on Waikiki, and I told my older brother, like, how did he get his Tash? And he told me to shave every day, and then it grows back.
It grows quicker.
And I had nothing. Like, I was full, and I still got the razors out, and I was shaving every day, and just nothing grew. And is it an urban myth or not that if you just keep shaving, it grows back quicker?
I think it's one of those urban myths. Yeah, yeah.
Because I put the hard yards in that Mo never came. I think puberty hit, and then I actually got one.
I can remember, right, first shaving, and I was a bit stupid as a kid, to say the least. Shaving. I remember getting the razor and going, like, on the tash part, going, I wonder what happens if I go sideways. And then fucking went and just made this massive cut right on where the tash is, which I played off as it was a footy injury, a rugby injury at school.
No.
But really, it was just fucking me being stupid with the razor.
I shaved my face one time, and one of the hair, I must have shaved it wrong, and one of the hairs grew back, and it was like an ingrown hair. And then my girlfriend at the time tried to pop it, and she popped it with a needle. And then 5 days later, I'm in hospital with this face like swollen up like this. And I had to ring up Melbourne Storm and tell them I won't be able to fly back because I'm in hospital because pre-season. It was on New Year's Day that I was in hospital. And every morning this doctor would come in, inject me in the eye, numb my face, and then squeeze my, like, it was called cellulitis or something like that. He'd come in and just squeeze at it. And all the people at Melbourne Storm thought I got in a big fight. I got to send you guys photos. Because there's just a photo of just me with a massive ass like lip. And
What caused that?
I think the needle, she didn't sterilise me.
Didn't disinfect the needle.
She's not, you're not going anywhere. I'll keep you in Waiheke for 5 more days. But yeah, it was horrible, man.
Yeah, it sounds disgusting. But anyway, on
this is a footy podcast.
Yes. Are you technically a free agent?
Well, like my hands, I've half signed a contract, so I've got a player option in my favour. So
what does that? I'll play. So when do you have to?
I actually don't know.
Trigger that.
I actually don't know.
I'm assuming you're off the list of people that are looking for a move there.
No, yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy where I'm at.
There are some really good players up and available. There's a fair few halfbacks. Obviously, your Roosters teammate Joey Manu, but I reckon the position with like that's going to have the biggest domino effect is going to be the edge back row. I've got a couple here: Angus Crichton, Jordan Ricky, Capewell, Sua, Tupanua.
Do you think
Finny
that
Fuiaki, Helam Lukey? Like, there's some really good edge back rowers there that I reckon there's going to be that big
Whitehead
domino.
doing?
Is Whitehead off contract?
Whitehead's off contract. I just had that written down.
Yeah.
But
I reckon he'll
he's
probably
Ricky's
stay.
son. He's not going anywhere.
Why not?
Whitehead. Because he's Ricky's son, mate.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant... Yeah. Yeah, I can't see Elliot going anywhere. It'll probably just depend on how his legs are. But the halfback situation as well, there's going to be some moving parts there. Keary, Dearden, Townsend, Ezra Mam is a massive one. Obviously, Jerome Luai.
Moylan Milford.
Yeah, there's some...
Do you think that it's... I guess if you're a 6, it's not a very good time to be in the market because it's so... You know, with like when a club's chasing a half and there's only 2 available on the market, they're just going to get...
Yeah.
They're going to get offered some stupid money. But because there's so many on offer...
Yeah, if I don't get that one, I'll get the next.
It dilutes the market a bit.
I know what you're saying. That can be. I think that adds. If you're in one of those positions, even the same with edge back row. Like if you're a club looking for recruitment or attention, you're not hurrying things, which I guess adds to that anxiety of the player. Like I know what it was like being off contract and there's middle forwards, and you're like, oh shit, like you want to be rare. You want every club that needs a middle forward, and you don't want many of you off contract.
And I think that the stress for other people, or like the stress of signing contracts, definitely when there's this many halves, there's juniors coming through going, oh God, I hope we don't.
Yeah.
Ezra Mam doesn't come to this squad. I have no chance of playing, but
I can't see Ezra Mam leaving Brisbane.
Neither can I, but
they might have to bump up their offer.
I reckon you got to find some value around the other positions, because you got to keep Walsh and you got to keep Mam, and you can find. And I reckon for someone like Panthers, if they can't get Luai with all these players on the market, they could get someone like Metcalf for a cheap and just kind of just play that role of just being Carey's Robin.
Yeah. I think the two big stars where the knock-on effect is going to happen is with Joey Manu and with Jerome Luai. I think, Luai will have plenty of suitors. I think the attraction to him will be come and run this team as a 7.
Yeah.
That'll turn his head. And then Joey Manu again, like the possibility of taking over a more, I guess, into a position that is more dominant on the ball a lot more often. Like I think he's probably the highest paid centre in the game, but someone would be looking to splash the big bucks. I think it's been reported that the Dragons have offered a 1.2 over 4 years, which is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Do you reckon they'll stay?
I reckon Joey will stay. I reckon it's just too ingrained in where he is at the moment, and all his, I guess, people are around him here. And I think that plays a big part because he's a big family-orientated man. I don't see him going, and I hope he doesn't go because I love playing alongside him. But, I could definitely see a few lucrative offers coming from the Dragons, especially with their whole rebuild going on. But, yeah.
Well, for the Dragons, really, whether or not they can find a 5'8" from within. Obviously, we had Zach Lomax on the show on Sunday, and he made a comment around how he'd love to play 5'8", but I mean, it's been taken out of context, I feel.
Oh, yeah, that's always going to happen. Yeah. If I say I love playing fullback here, they might even take that seriously.
Yeah. And I think
anyone looking for a fullback, Raiders?
I think the way Zach was speaking, he said, like, in an ideal world, I don't think he's looking to play 5'8". I don't think he's knocking on Shane Flanagan's door today and going, hey, mate, I've got this great idea.
I think I've sort of been in the same position. I mean, like I was playing lock for the Storm, but my favourite position is hooker. So that was my favourite position, and I kind of came out publicly and said that, and like it came true. He's come out and said it's favourite position's 5'8". Like, I don't know why Shane Flanagan wouldn't explore that option if it's a genuine option. Like, I've never seen Zach Lomax play in the 6. Have you played?
No.
Exactly
No.
same. He might be a chance.
I think the lad's about, is he 23 or something as well? But just it's a little bit frustrating that when people take things out of context with what they say, or they just grab a headline,
I think
or the print of it, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, but I think numerous times in that podcast as well, he said, I don't mind where I play. Numerous times. He's like, I'll play wherever Shane Flanagan wants me to play.
You know what? Just I know we spoke about it just quickly, the Ezra Mam thing. I reckon if you were looking for someone to play 5'8" or in your halves, like throw him, what is he, 20?
Yeah.
I reckon I'd target
money
him.
at him.
He's not played at his full, like his best football is yet to come. Like, who knows what that man can be? Like, literally, in that grand final, we were saying in commentary when he scored those 3 tries, this is the best half of football that anybody has ever produced in a grand final ever. Until Nathan Cleary just went, hold on a sec, just
hold my Tui's new.
Tui's are gonna make this can 3-peats basically off me. But I reckon he'd be the one to.
Well,
you know, like I reckon they're tossing like 8, but I reckon he could go to if some club really wanted him, and it wouldn't be a desperate play. I reckon it'd be a smart move. Get that young kid in, build a team around him, make him the superstar.
No, I agree.
As opposed to, you know, perhaps an already established player like your Joey Manu's, where you know what you like. I guess it's that fine line between you know what you're going to get with Joey Manu.
What's Ben Hunt doing? Is he still at the Dragons?
He is still at the Dragons, yes.
Yeah. So if you get Ben Hunt and Mam in the same team, they could do good things. And I think with that half of football against Penrith, like 2 of those tries were just him.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't require anyone else on the team to score those tries. Like, he sort of just... And that's what you need. Like, you need someone that can just create something from nothing and bring life back into your team when you need it.
Yeah. And they were under the pump as well.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting to see how all the dominoes fall. And usually once one goes, that's a big indicator on the others. But I think, now all is fair. Teams can legally start to put offers to people, and hopefully we see something come soon. There have been a number of players that have penned extensions. Jairo for one at South Sydney. I think that's a big move for him, but plenty of big move for him and for South, but plenty of quality players that are ready and available. But onto the international game, Cheese. What do you make of the Australian Kiwi game? I know we glossed over it pretty quickly, but to be honest, I know it was in Melbourne, and I want to talk as well about the attendances of the England v Tonga test matches. I want to be honest with you, mate. Like, I've loved what the players have produced, but I've been disappointed with the crowds.
Yeah, I haven't really got my head wrapped around the attendance yet. Like, I wouldn't know how many people went to the game. I sort of just...
Well, I think the England-Tonga was at Huddersfield, and just aesthetically on the TV, I think there was like just over 11,000 there, and I think it was maybe at St. Helens the week before, there's like 13. But just watching it on the TV, it's just not... It just doesn't look... I always say this, like, you got to make things look important.
Yeah.
So if you're at home in England, you've got the Rugby Union World Cup going on, like 80,000.
Yeah.
And then you've got a stadium in Huddersfield, and the top deck is empty. It just doesn't look important.
Yeah.
And like, there's no... you'd be hard pressed to find a greater supporter of the international game than myself, because I know how good it can be. And I know we speak to a lot of fans and a lot of our listeners and viewers that want to support the international game, but unless we go and attend it, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either. I think when I went, the tour I had over there, we were pretty... Yeah. Stadiums were pretty packed out.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just... there's not as many Tongans in England to come out and support. Yeah, because I guarantee if you put that game in New Zealand, it's full crowd.
Yeah, you've got that. I mean, the Aussie Kiwi game in Melbourne. I think there was a big race meet down there. Well, I know there was a big race meet down there, so they were competing. But you know, you've got the world's best from the best players on display.
Yeah, it didn't help the Cox Plate was there.
Yeah, that's true. But hopefully
didn't help at all.
They get a bigger attendance for...
Where's the next game?
Over the ditch, lad.
What, New Zealand?
In New Zealand, yeah.
Yeah, that'll...
I don't know. I can't remember where it's at. Charlie, where's that?
If that's in Auckland, it should... Hamilton?
In Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton's all right.
Well, hopefully they get behind it. It's a final.
Yeah.
It needs support, and like I always say, this point, it's got to look important.
Yeah.
Like the casual fan that turns over and sees that game, it's like...
It's great. That just sort of baffles me. Why wouldn't they just put it at Mount Smart?
Well, man, I don't know why the Kiwis are playing Australia in Melbourne on Cox Plate Day.
Yeah.
Like,
We've got to be smarter than that. And I don't know why we're going to Hamilton. That's like, it's not a big rugby league town.
yeah. Well, even that, to be fair, mate, they had that game in Huddersfield. I'm like, why? Like, they've had one in St Helens.
Have it in Leeds.
Well, Leeds is the third test match, but have it in Hull. Hull always get behind. Like, the whole test matches against the Kiwis, they've always been packed out.
Love Hull. Got a lot of hate mail for talking shit about Hull. Love Hull. Great place.
Yeah, it like the stars on display, the quality of football, that can't be questioned. But we got to get the fans there. And
Yeah, I agree. Like,
or
you're not
have,
gonna-
it,
you're not
or
gonna
have
put-
it in areas where have it in stadiums that
Just be
are
smarter,
going to
exactly.
be able to be sold out, are going to attract demand. Like
Yeah.
Australia v New Zealand, if it was in Sydney, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's something to do with the Victorian government that pay money for that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
No, definitely got to be smarter. I mean, you wouldn't take the America's Cup to Saudi Arabia.
wouldn't you?
No. No interest there. No good water there.
Fair enough. Anyways, in some player news, the Latrell Mitchell and Jack Whiten police, it's all been dropped. Charges are dropped, and rightly so. The police or detective admits to giving false evidence.
I didn't know they were cousins. That's what I figured out in this
Well,
whole debacle. They actually are cousins. And
that's what grabbed your attention from that headline.
yeah.
Well, that's an interesting take.
Well, or the lying false evidence, that's bad, but
That is pretty bad, that, isn't it?
yeah.
And I know we hold people in positions of authority to higher standards and higher account, but pretty shitty to be given false evidence. I don't know what the motivation for that was, but like,
Because I've never lied in my life.
I know.
Nah, but I guess they kind of just got dragged through the mud again.
Yeah, well, the ramifications for that can be pretty damning, you know. Like and I just don't get why you'd do that.
I'm glad
like-
they're okay. Are we playing them in? Who's our round one game? In Las Vegas, is it? Bunnies?
I don't think.
Or
No,
we suspend
no.
them for a week.
No, I don't. No, you're not playing. I know Roosters are not playing Souths. I know that.
Maybe who are we playing?
Manly or Brisbane.
Oh yeah, Brisbane, I think.
Yeah, you've got all that. To
Yeah,
look for.
Mam should go. Dragons.
No, but the crazy
Yeah,
thing in
now,
all this,
immediately.
yeah, immediately. The crazy thing in all this, and I know when I was a player, I advocated for this system to be kept, but far out, man. Like, it's bizarre that someone can sign for a team, and I know you were the benefactor of this, but like that you can sign for a team now.
I wouldn't
and
say I
not
was
play.
a benefactor. It was pretty.
No, not the benefactor, but you.
It was
were
pretty dumb though. I talk about pressure when signing. I kind of told the world that I was signing for the Roosters before I even told my manager I was signing for the Roosters. So yeah, always come get the stories first.
Yeah, get us to respect right here. No, but it is such a strange system, and when you're ingrained in it, you get it and you know it.
It just wouldn't work in American sports, would it?
It just wouldn't work in most of the worlds, but we accept it here because it's just the way that we've done things for so long. But yeah, I think that's probably all we've got to cover. I mean, it is. I know obviously the November one, but there's no real signings. No one's committed. It's a bit of a quiet news week in rugby league. Even the Paul Gallen in what was the headline?
Wild bar fight.
Wild bar fight. Well, if that's wild,
What did you say? They'll do anything for ratings.
well, if that's a wild bar fight,
here at the Buy Round, we're organic
Yes.
with our viewers.
The
We're gonna
wi-
start bar fights to get views.
Should we do that? Should we get just getting
Charlie White knocks out James Gray.
in wild bar fight? Yeah, I don't know if that was a wild bar fight. We're going to take a quick break from this podcast to talk to you about AG1. Now, this is a product I've been taking for over a year now, and I absolutely love it. It gives me all of my daily nutritional needs in one easy drink. All you have to do is put in 1 scoop of AG1 into a nice cold glass of water, and you are set for the rest of the day. The cupboard has been cleaned out of tablets and powders because all my needs are met by AG1. The power of routine cannot be underestimated, and we all know how small habits lead to big wins. Some of those big wins for me have included better gut health. My clarity, especially in the afternoon, has improved so much. Gone has the mid-afternoon slump. AG1 is a foundational nutritional supplement. Now, as humans, we all share that same basic foundational needs. That's where AG1 take care of everything. This supports your body's needs like nutrient replenishment, gut optimization, stress management, and immune support. AG1 is the supplement I trust to provide the support my body needs daily. And that's why they've been a partner and I've been a user for so long. If you want to take ownership of your health, it starts with AG1, a Buy Round exclusive. If you try AG1, you get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. Go to drinkag1.com/buy round. That's drinkag1.com/buy round for our exclusive Australia-wide offer. Check it out. Okay, cheese. Now it's time for our favorite part of the show. This.
Fan feelings.
Nothing more than
How do you feel?
All right, well, it's the fans' feelings. All thanks to Tui's. How do you feel? Feel like a Tui's or 2, or maybe 3 with the new 3-peat. You can't have 2 cans of a 3-peat beer. Are you going to go 3?
The people that brought the back-to-back merch can.
Oh, man. What about that? I said this. Like, there's people out there with this, like, highly prized Penrith memorabilia.
You'd feel a little bit skimped, wouldn't you?
You feel a bit like, well, that's going to have to
Isn't
come
even
down.
a word, skimped.
Yeah, skimped. I'd say so. I think that is
I
a
just
word.
made that up.
I like that.
Skimped.
All right, first question. We've got this one from D. Watson Hayes on Instagram. Can players lead a campaign for a mid-year rep round that goes alongside Origin Cheese? What do you reckon? I mean, they can lead it, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to be player-driven.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'd love to see it, but...
Can players lead? So they can.
Well, basically, what D. Watson Hayes is saying is, like, for the introduction of, like, a rep round, like, it's going to have to be player-driven.
Yeah.
But I don't really think it's going to happen.
Sorry, I didn't listen at all. I was too busy drawing this picture of Jimmy. when you
Oh man, that'd be a great game to enter a competition. Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was too busy drawing this picture of A Tui's can, B Jimmy, or C myself.
Look at it. I don't know if you can see it.
Mate, what?
And then I was just trying to lead, players lead. I was just trying to work out the question. What was the question?
I was about to say I've missed you, but mate, fuck you. Basically, what he's trying to ask, I'm assuming, well, D. Watson Hayes could be a man, could be a woman. Can players get behind and lead a campaigns, get like rep rounds while Origin's on?
No chance. Well, definitely don't ask me.
Yeah, it's not.
I can't even listen to a question.
It's not going to come from the players, is it? Next one from Sports Shed TV, again via Instagram. Who do you think is the most fit NRL player? Can play 80 and another 80 if he had to. Well,
Dylan Edwards.
yeah, I reckon.
I've heard rumours of Dylan Edwards that anytime someone beats his fitness record, his yo-yo record, he'll come in and on his day off and beat it, and then walk and then go home.
Really?
Mm.
Once if he can't
One of
get
those
there,
guys. He's getting there.
he'll get there. He'll find
What
a
it
way.
tells me is he doesn't go hard the first time.
Yes.
He saves a little wiggle room. Nah, but yeah, you don't really ever see him get tired, do you?
No. I reckon he'd definitely be up there with fittest in the NRL. All right, we got this question from Dave Smith, again by Instagram. Jimmy, I've been watching the SAS shows. I'm not sure whether I should be asking this question, but this is my question anyway. Do you think at your peak performance, given how hard most NRL players work and with army camps, etc., do you think you could have given the SAS/Navy SEALs training regime a crack? And do you think NRL players could? I want to say absolutely not. Like, I would not last. Was not a fan of the army camps. Those guys train like, and it's just grueling. There's no way I'd be willing to get anywhere near that. And
Yeah.
even knowing what you're training for, like knowing what you're going to train for, nah.
Yeah, see, I don't mind. Like, I excel in army camps. Well, that's a bit cocky, but yeah, I've won 2 of them. But I've never really wanted to, like, ever, I guess, join the SAS or anything. But I reckon I'd give it a fair crack. But I don't know if I'd do it. But I feel like once you're in that moment, you kind of get into that. Well, I do, especially with the army camps. You get into that, like, oh, well, it's me versus them kind of mentality. And I don't really crack when people talk to me like shit. That's probably that's probably the hard thing, I reckon. But yeah, when I done my army camp for Melbourne, I just remember Craig was like, mate, if you don't win this, I'll be disappointed. And I was like, fuck. Gotta win it now.
For me, the physical, physical side of things, I reckon at peak performance, I'd go okay. I'd change body shape and all that, but for me, it's the like sleep deprivation, and like being sleep deprived. I'd just lose it. Well, you saw me.
I'd love to try it, but my body just wouldn't be able to go through it now.
For me, it's the sleep deprivation and not being able to control emotion. Like, geez, I blew up at a referee.
It's a good question, though.
I blew up at a referee for and went off for charging down a field goal or whatever. But if you're sleep to,
I've seen how you talk to refs, mate. You wouldn't be able.
Like, there's I didn't mind the idea of joining the forces when I was a kid, but that sort of SAS stuff, with that level of sleep deprivation and knowing what you're going into, like now I
think people think the SAS show is not a good reflection of
what it's actually
like.
Yeah,
I think it's like that because that show goes over weeks. I think it's like that show packed into 2.
It's like the TV Hollywood style. This is what it's like, and it's like,
very good book to
the very fact that, like, quote unquote celebrities are doing it and finished footballers. It's like no. They're ringing the bell on day 2. It's just
if you want to read a book about the SAS, it's called Make Your Bed. It's a very good book.
I like that.
And it's very, very short.
Even better. Chapter 1, make your bed. There is a fair bit of research in that, though, about doing that, like the simple thing of make your bed every day. Especially for like people with mental health issues, like make your bed.
Yeah.
Just do that one thing, and the worst thing it's part of the positive routine. And no matter what happens during that day, when the day finishes, you go to a fresh sheet and a made bed. So
there you go. Make your bed, and I forgot who it's by.
Some author.
Yeah, some old SAS dude.
In answer to your question, no, I don't think I could have survived because of my reaction under stress.
And my answer is I think I could do it.
And should most NRL players, I reckon there are some that would fly through it, but it's
Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't say fly through it. I reckon there's some that would be more than capable of handling themselves in that environment. But I mean, really, are you going to swap the NRL career for
No.
a career risking your life? I mean, good on those people that do that. I don't have the vocabulary to sort of say how much I appreciate those people that are willing to pay the ultimate price for, our freedoms and all that. Last question.
But we are cowards here at the Buy Round podcast.
We'll lap it up in safety. Last question via Wollongong. Brandon, can you change a tyre? No name on this question, so do you have the capability to change a tyre?
Is it from Wollongong? Why is it singled out on me?
Because I answered this question in the last podcast.
Did you? I do have the capability to change a tyre.
If you broke down now, or your tyre, if you walked outside
easily.
and
It's
like
bloody, it's undoing and doing 3 screws pretty much, 5 screws.
No, you got to put the jack in the right place.
Yeah, that's.
Well, do you know where? Like, are you going?
I don't know where the right place is, but I can get the car up with using the jack. Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to put the jack in. Like, there's only one.
Nah, there's plenty of spots you can put it to get it up. And if it's a Tesla, they self jack. You just go dunk.
Does it really?
Yeah. But there's one thing I learned. So I learned from trial and error. There's one thing I figured out that you have to do first before you jack the car is you have to loosen the screws.
I knew that. I said this in the video. Loosen the screws.
Yeah. See, you have to loosen the screws before you jack it because if you jack it and the screws are tight, the bolts are like pushing up against the screw head. So when you're trying to unscrew them while it's up, it's impossible. And that was my first ever time trying to change a tyre.
So, what's next? Loosen, jack,
take the bolts off, pull the tyre off, put the new one on, put the bolts on, and unjack.
and then tighten them up again.
Yeah, well, I would just tighten up the top.
All the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or,
But it's, I think there is actually...
did you really call someone in to do that?
No, what happened
It's
was...
simple. It's like doing Lego pretty much.
Well, they come with a good instruction book, and even with them, I can get thrown out the window. What happened is my tyre was knackered. I just drove home. Probably should have pulled over and looked to change the tyre. But I was like, nah, I'm getting back. Like, bit of a tough carry to get back. Got back. And then I looked, I did have a spare. And I was like, I can't really, like, it's a bit, well, no, it's not a bit lazy. It is lazy. And it's fucking atrocious, really. My granddad would be 10 in his grave. So, no, I didn't even put the spare on.
Matty Johns doesn't know how to do a tyre.
Yeah. I mean, they invented run on flat for people, I think. But I'd keep run on flat going forever. In fact, I've done that before.
Actually, Matty Johns is feminine at everything. He doesn't mow the lawns. He doesn't change his tyre.
I don't mow the lawns.
Well, I take that back. That's not feminine either.
You live in a unit, don't you?
Yeah. I would mow the lawns. I mowed my parents' lawns the first day I got there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Like, some people love it. I just, no.
Yeah, and I went full out, like whippersnipper, all got like the thing and got into the hedges. So the hedges like perfectly line up along the, yeah. I get stuck into that. I'd only do it once a year, but
Yeah.
when I do get started, it's outstanding. Like when I clean the house, which is very rarely, I get my little brother to do it because he kind of lives rent free. When I do my one clean of the year, it's a good clean. Jesus, it's a good clean.
Yeah. No, cleaning's not my thing, and certainly not any form of green fingers. Not for me. It's too much like hard weight. It's really bad for my back. Just play the old back cart, mate. You know what? If anyone out there is under, family pressure,
I've played the back card many
partner
times.
pressure to like get stuck into the lawns or anything like that, play the back card.
I say it when they want to go for walks. Oh.
Honestly,
My back.
I can't. My back is in all sorts. You should go to the hospital. It's just a spasm. I've just got back spasms and everything like that. Ooh. All right. I reckon that just about wraps us up, Cheese. It's been great to have you back. Thanks for drawing the
car's no good.
The car and the picture of me.
I don't think it looks
it's
good.
great to know that you're paying attention to what we're talking about, but
All I need is ring here and it's good.
yeah, the blue hair is a bit off-putting. Anyway, that's it for another edition of Jam and Cheese. We'll
Thank
catch
you.
you all next week.
Thank you for having me back.